And a second ago, it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. On first down, Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. On the right side, this is Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
A shotgun snap for Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. On the return is Peterson. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing now, Palmer on 1st down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first. On 2nd down, Palmer. And spins away underneath for Johnson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We're still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. Now Palmer
On 3rd and long. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. Andy Lee, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. So a special teams mistake on a long punt return.
And think about the momentum that leaks out after that play, right? It's built up, terrific return, everyone's excited, but that flag on the ground can bring it way, way back.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Here's the rookie from Texas, Deontay Foreman. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive. It's Watson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jude I.J. Barima. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
So after the interception, here's Palmer finding some room at midfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. Red zone opportunity. The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Ford. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go.
Watson hands this to Foreman. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Here's Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter.
Let's go.
Here's Watson, option left. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
To throw is Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Gun, Watson going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Colby Listenby, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Now the try here for the point after. Time running out here on the play clock. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. While we have a minute, we remind you that later tonight we'll have a couple of NFC East rivals squaring off, the Eagles and the Cowboys from Big D.
Or Arlington. Got to make sure we get it right.
To be more precise there in the Metroplex. Then tomorrow night, Week 11, we'll wrap up with a playoff rematch from the divisional round a year ago, the Falcons and Seahawks, but this time from Seattle. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. On second down, here's Palmer. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Palmer gets him set. 3rd and long for the Cardinals after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him. And back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here's Andy Lee now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taken from just outside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Texans take possession. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs? Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. To throw on second is Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Here we go.
Here's Watson, option left. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Come on, let's go.
From the gun, here's Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Nifty move. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So it'll be first down here after the run. From the gun, it's Palmer. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Second and 10 now, and it's Palmer. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Palmer gives to Johnson on the draw. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground, looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. He couldn't get the edge there, wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
Watson now to throw. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And down he'll go at the 25. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They go play action here on first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 46. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down. They'll run with Foreman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Again, it's Foreman. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
gives to Johnson. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Palmer, and incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands for offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Carry for Foreman, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Shane Leckler now, standing just outside his own goal line. Now it's Peterson. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And ready now for 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Palmer. And he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked. Sean Spence in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Palmer gets him set. 3rd and long for the Cardinals after the sack. Throwing is Palmer. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Here's Watson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here's Foreman. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
On the return is Peterson. Fights off the defender. Now, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. And Gresham has it left side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
To throw on 2nd down. Palmer. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Palmer gets him set. 3rd and long for the Cardinals after the sack. From midfield now, here's Palmer. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's Andy Lee now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion it.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Chandler Jones from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And this return's going to go backwards about 8 yards, but the interception is good, and they have the football. So out now come the Cardinals. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now Palmer to throw. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The Cardinals on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now Palmer on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Second down, Johnson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And the D looking like they may blitz. Palmer now. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On second down, Palmer. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Larry Fitzgerald hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ford. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Chandler Jones in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Now it's Watson. And his throw is incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Throwing again is Watson. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Here we go. Black round. Black round.
Out of the gun, Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Shane Leckler now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 18. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. Patrick Peterson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
And how about that play right there? Fourth quarter, tie game, both sides trying to figure out who's going to make the big play. We just saw it right there in front of us. That's a monster return.
Indeed, breaking that tie with an exclamation mark. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Watson looking to throw on second down. This is Miller, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Here we go!
He's back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He'll look to throw. And Miller with it over the middle. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Here we go! Ohio, here we go!
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Texans on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go!
Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's 4th. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Now Foreman. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Watson trying to get his guys moving.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Cardinals, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Houston, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
Like the way it sounds, Frody? Yeah. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man.